Welcome to another interview here at Download Festival 2025. Polaris have returned to the hallowed grounds of Download, having played on the same stage as Metallica some years ago. Does it feel like time has just kind of collapsed and you're instantly back here, or do you feel the weight of all the touring that's happened between? You feel like a different band at this stage?
A bit of both, to be honest. It honestly feels like yesterday when we were here, loading onto that massive stage and seeing Lars's kit and everything and experiencing this massive, beautiful festival for what it was. But also a lot has happened in the past 2 years since we were here. And there's been a lot of growing, both personally, but the band, everything. And to be back and putting on the show that we are and being the people that we are and where we're at it feels really, really good. Like we're just out here having fun. Like, honestly, every show is just a great time.
What a dream!
Yeah,
like, how brilliant is that?
It really is living our dream. Like, it's to call this circus our job, our full-time job, but like I said, I know I'm repeating myself, but we're just out here having fun. It really is the coolest job in the world. Like, yeah.
Circus is an apt word. Like, we're in the kind of press tent right now at Download. It is absolutely mayhem. So I'm going to use some AI to try and reduce some of that. So who knows what this is like. But yeah, so I imagine before that particular performance, there were some nerves and butterflies because of the enormity of that stage. Oh, yeah. You're on the second stage today, but still a massive stage. But do you feel a little bit more confident going into it?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. This time 2 years ago, we were gearing up for the biggest show of our lives, the biggest stage, the biggest crowd we've ever played to, and it was daunting. There was a bit of nerves, but it was more. I get to a point of not so much nervousness, but just anxious to get going with it, to get on and do our thing. And as soon as that intro tracks, the nerves are gone, and it's just in it. But now, as I said, there's no nerves. I'm just out here, just doing my thing every day, and just honestly having a fucking ball. Excuse my language, I'm not allowed to swear, but
it's
just
YouTube.
honestly having a fucking ball, man. Like, to get the opportunity to come back to this incredible festival and to play these shows. We played Rock am Ring, Rock im Park last week, which is some massive bucket list things for us. Like, it really is cool to be out here and doing what we're doing.
But it's an odd thing. I was talking to Gore about this yesterday, but doing a festival, it's an odd time of day sometimes to be performing. You don't have your usual day
Every
routine.
day's different. You can be playing at 12, you can be playing at 7 o'clock. Like,
so how do you get yourself in the right mindset for that? I mean, you said earlier, the intro track kind of, I guess, locks you in a little bit. Yeah. But equally, ideally you're trying to save your voice for the gig and you're doing press things now. Like, how do you balance that sort of aspect?
Like today, my voice is good. So, if it was a bit more rough or whatever, I'd probably... definitely wouldn't be doing it in this tent because it's fucking loud. But
yes, really.
I'd still be doing the press if I had to. But I just, the rest of the day will be a lot of vocal rest and not too much strenuous stuff until I need to warm up. But for me, I'll look at what time we're gonna play, and I usually start my warm up routine about an hour before we go on stage, and I'll warm up, do what I need to do, and then it's pretty chill until 5 or 10 minutes before, where I'll do a nice little quick warm up again, make sure everything's good to go, and then hit the stage.
Full throttle from there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I used to get a bit more. I don't know. I'm very. I guess that's a lot down to I'm very confident in myself and what I'm capable of doing now. I'm taking a lot more care of my vocals and taking a lot more care on myself in that regard. Years ago, I would, I wouldn't even warm up. I wouldn't be prepared. I'd gear up for a month-long tour and I wouldn't know how my voice was going to go. I wasn't at a point where I'm where I'm as in tune with my instrument as I am now. And, I gear up for a tour like this, and I know exactly how it's going to go as long as I'm taking care of myself, not being too ridiculous on days off. I joke saying today's already Friday. I'm not going to absolutely write myself off, but because I got a job to do. We're out here playing the biggest shows of our lives. You need to take that shit seriously. Otherwise, what are we doing? This is my job. This is our career. I got a fucking show to put on, not only for myself but for our fans. I can't be getting up there and sounding terrible and not be taking this seriously. But we take it seriously, but we have fun doing it. This is repeating myself, it's the best thing that we could be doing, and I don't ever want to take that for granted. I don't ever want it to stop. I want to take this thing. We want to take this thing as far as it can possibly go. Great. You know? Yeah.
Well, it's going well. Yeah, and building on that, I suppose. I was wondering if you would have, having done this for as long as you have at this stage, you will have seen plenty of bands find success and others maybe falling away in some other ways. Are you seeing any patterns in bands that have established longevity and can kind of keep going, keep growing away? Is there any like nuggets of patterns you found?
I don't know if I'd say patterns, but I mean, yes, but I don't know how to answer that.
Okay.
Yeah. Like,
in a kind way, maybe. Like, is there if there's someone saying, I really want to be in a band like Polaris, what would you say, what was like a piece of advice you'd give them? Focus on this and you should be okay.
Treat it, if you want to do this seriously, like, treat it as a business. Take it seriously, you know? Like when we started out in this band, day one, we created like a little bank account and we all put 10, 15 bucks a week each into that. And you know that for the longest time, everything we did, recording, tours, everything came out of our own pockets. And you know, one day it started, you know, money started coming in and out, and the band started taking over and paying for its own things, and the business started being a business. You know, like if you want to do this thing properly, treat it as such, treat it as a business, but also have fun doing it. You know, like it is meant to be fun. And if you want to start up a band just for the sake of playing shows and you want to do it lightheartedly, there's nothing wrong with that either.
True.
You know, but I'd say like a big thing would be like treat it seriously, treat it as a business. You know, that's gonna help you make the right business choices for your, you know, keep saying business, but
no, you're right. To
yeah,
make it sustainable, right?
Exactly.
That's the key.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're investing in yourself and in the project.
You gotta invest in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself.
In terms of the songs themselves, I mean, this is something I think, but I think your songs have become more kind of hooky and catchy in the choruses over the years. They're a bit more like anchored in that way. Is that something that you either recognize in yourself and your music, or is that something you're trying to do? Like, how do we make this chorus more memorable and make this kind of stick?
It's not something that, like, we've always had that like pop element in our choruses. It's something that like we do actively work on, but it's not something that we, I guess, are purposely setting out to do. It's just a part of our DNA and how we write our music and what sounds good to us, what feels right in context of the song or the mood of the song or whatever. Like, you know, having a good hook or having that melody that just really, like for me personally, I'm all about something that hits you in the feels, you know, like that to me is something you can connect with. That like it hits home, instead of, you can write 1,000 catchy melodies, but they could just glance over you, but then there's that one note in the chorus that makes you go ooh, and makes you fucking connect with that song or something, you know.
I resonate.
But in saying that, it is hard to balance that catchy pop element in the heavy, moody chaos that we do tend to write. Like, it's, you know, we're all of us have very different, not very different, but quite a wide taste in music. You know, like Rick and myself are very much the more regular listeners of the heavy music. So, you know, Rick and I will gravitate more towards the riffs and the breakdowns and that kind of side of things, whereas Jake and Dan are a lot more of like the pop punk hardcore-esque kind of side of things. And they, you know, the way that we blend everything together in a weird organized chaos, it just seems to work. I don't know how we do. Like, I don't think, I've said this many times in interviews before, but I don't feel that we're doing anything revolutionary or, you know, we're pioneering metalcore, but our fans seem to think that we do, or that you know, there's a reason why our fans connect with our music and love what we do, and I'm forever grateful for that.
I totally resonate though with that, because there are plenty of songs that are catchy, but I don't connect with. If there's something within the lyrical content and the purpose or like the delivery of it, that anchors it. And I think that's probably what the kind of uniqueness of Polaris is. It's this Hadouken of passion you get throughout the whole set that is impossible to ignore. And I'll just go like, I'm on whatever train that is.
Yeah.
Do you have much time during a festival like this to check out other bands, or anything you're
as much time as I can? I do, yeah. I like to get out and explore the festival as much as as I can to be like a patron in that kind of regard. Like, as much as we have the opportunity and the privilege to watch from side stage, and that, like, half the time all you hear is drums, everyone's got ears, like, it doesn't sound good, you know.
Sure.
As cool as it is to watch these bands side stage, I want to be up front and listening to it, feeling it, like, and not only that, but like some of these festivals, you know, places that we've only ever dreamed of visiting and being at, let alone performing. Like when we first came here at Download, I was out there all morning walking around the whole festival grounds before anything opened up, and it's like, wow, we're here, we're doing it. I did the same thing last week at Rock am Ring and Rock im Park, you know, and to experience these bands in these places that I've only ever seen through my phone or on my computer, you know, and to be like, wow, I'm there, I'm doing that, I'm one of those bands now.
Yes.
It's fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's just good to answer. Yeah, like we however much time that we do get free time to go out and explore, we're out there watching these cool bands, some favorite bands, some bands that we've never had the opportunity to see live before. It's you know, we make the most of it.
Well, that's the thing, I suppose, because you're so busy touring for the most part. You're seeing lots of gigs, but they're your own tours gigs. You're less likely to see all the other bands.
Exactly, yeah. Like, you know, we're coming to these festivals, and, you know, if like we're playing today at 4 o'clock, we don't leave till, I think, 12 o'clock's our bus call. So for the rest of the day,
nice.
I'll come back and shower, and I'll be out there experiencing the festival. I'm like, I'm going to experience Download for what I can, get the most out of it, you know, like.
You're going to close your day with Sleep Token?
Hell yeah. They put on a fucking hell of a show at Rock im Park, Rock am Ring. And I can only envision it's going to be even more special tonight here in their home
turf.
Like this, like, out of all of them, I was like, we need to watch the Download Sleep Token set. That is going to be way more special than any of the other ones. So I will probably try and find you, and we'll be watching it together, yeah, because that is going to be one for the books. It 100%. Really is going to be one for the books.
But so is your set later on the second stage. Looking forward to that as well.
I didn't even talk about Sleep Token, man.
That'll be great, man. Thank you so much for your time. I know you got a busy day ahead, but yeah, good luck with that set. I'm looking forward to checking it out. I'm sure it's going to be fucking awesome. So
it's been a pleasure, man. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.